Hello and welcome to Grumble Plays, a new Let's Play series, episodes coming out every other Sunday on early access for patrons and supporters, and now, if you've just wandered in off Twitter or YouTube or wherever else, live for everyone. On Grumble Plays, I play essentially whatever the hell I like, doing the voices, having a chat, dreaming about video games while playing other video games. I'm having a great time, I hope you will too. Let's get into it. Here we are. This is the first episode of my playthrough of Neocab, a narrative cyberpunk game. To be precise, it is a ludonarrative game. What's that, you might wonder? Ludonarrative really just describes the intersection in a video game of gameplay elements and narrative elements. Ludology is literally the study of games and gameplay elements and design, so it's a compound neologism. So in Neocab, you are not just visually but literally being told a story, and you're also making gameplay decisions that shape that story. Neocab stars Lina. She's from Southern California, looking to relocate to the big city to move in with her best friend. Everything she's got is packed into her car, and soon there'll also be passengers joining them, because Lina is an independent cab driver. Independent from whom? Well, we shall see. Night 1. The desert outskirts, Los Ojos, California. There comes a point in any long drive where your mind goes a little off the road. It's like the flashing lines in the highway hypnotize you in some weird way. Like it's normal to talk to the clouds. Or come up with a name for the 100th Joshua tree you pass in this endless desert. I was officially at that point, and so was Jojo. Only 40 miles to go. To Los Ojos, to my new life, to my oldest friend. It was like a gift when Savvy called me last week. My life was going nowhere fast, and she knew it. It used to be her life too. Losing jobs to Capra's AI, juggling a dozen gigs and still coming up short. Getting way too comfortable just being sad. So when she offered to be roomies again, this time at her place in the big city, it didn't matter anymore what had come between us, or what we'd said when we were angry. All that mattered was the road ahead. That and the battery charges that had set me back 30 coin. Nothing like rolling into your new life completely broke. No problem, this is cool. You're a driver, just drive. If I could pick up even one ride out here, I'd be in a better place. Maybe even get a fancy here's to us cocktail with Savvy, like old times. I started up Neocab. For a second, I thought maybe Liam had put his pin in the wrong place. This didn't feel like a convenient pickup spot for anyone. I could barely make him out at first. All I saw was desert and dusk. Then I spotted him, a lone figure dragging what looked like huge luggage or a small elephant along the highway. He got into the car, bags first, then squeezed in like he was their sidekick. Hey! Hi. Pick up for Liam? You are Liam, right? Yeah, sure. I could feel his anxiety creeping up from the back seat. I can't help it. I absorb that stuff like a sponge. Yes, thank God. Yes, okay. Sorry about that. Oh, man. All good back there? I thought I spent all day out there in the desert taking photos of the stars and the yellow skyline. I thought I'd lost my memory card. The bastard's smaller than a grain of rice. Why do they keep making them smaller? Damn, my heart's racing. His accent was smooth and musical, but I couldn't quite place it. Definitely not Southern California. Anyway, hello. Lina, right? Said on the app. Yep, that's me. Awesome. Thanks for picking me up all the way out here in Nowheresville. No problem. I was headed this way anyway. Plus, Neocab goes where Capra fears to tread. Where are you coming from? Cactus Flats. I don't know that one. Going to the big city on holiday? More like a permanent vacation. This car is carrying my whole life right now. I'm moving. Moving? That's huge. How are you feeling? I don't know. I think I'm excited? I've never been to Los Ojos before. Stop it. This is your first time in Automation City? Is that crazy? No, I mean, yes. Moving somewhere you've never even visited. But damn, it's also very cool. Don't sweat it, it's mine too, though I'm just visiting. For work? Sort of. I'm a photographer, or trying to be. I'm taking a year off from my real job to see what I can make happen. A year to travel the world and take pictures? The dream. Savvy and I had talked about doing something like that after college, until I couldn't go. Instead, she met a guy, a sculptor, and lived that dream with him. They broke up after a screaming fight in Milan, and she came home with a half-finished clay figure of herself. She always loved playing the muse. So, what about you? Why hello? I'm moving in with my best friend. I actually haven't seen her in ages. We used to be super close, and then we kind of weren't. Why did that just slip out? I always forget how easy it is to spill your secrets when you're only making eye contact with the road in front of you. For sure. I've moved a lot. UK, France, Canada, now here. Sort of fading in and out of different friend groups, maintaining most of my relationships online. Yeah, exactly. So why now? What made you take the leap? She asked. All she ever had to do was ask. I just realized that my life isn't as good without her in it. I love that. Sometimes it's just the only thing that makes sense, right? Exactly. It'll be a fresh start for us. I hope. Guess this photography thing is sort of my first start. So while you're getting the keys to your new place tonight, I'll probably be out snapping pictures of Capra Tower. Capra Tower? Gross. So here's the thing. Your emotional state affects which options you can choose, which means that when you're in a conversation and Lina's emotional state is, heightened one way or the other, sometimes, in this case, I wanted to, keep it friendly, but Lina's emotional state isn't letting me. She is so angry at anything that mentions Capra and its AI and its, late stage capitalist practices that it won't let me. So this is occasionally where, that's where the ludonarrative thing comes in. Yes, you are making decisions and you are driving the story in a sense because, through these gameplay elements you make choices, but sometimes those choices are fenced off, and that too is environmental storytelling or, narrative storytelling in this case, hinting at there being a lot of history there that you don't know about, and that you have to navigate in playing Lina. So I could try this again, it's not gonna let me. So it's this one. Doing a cover shoot for multinational monster magazine? Hey, whoa, it's just a beautiful building. And again, we can try. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. I had nothing good to say about Capra. Yeah, you can afford beautiful buildings when you have a monopoly over the entire tech sector. The spoils of selling out human dignity, right? He shifted in his seat and tried to smile, but it was tight, uncomfortable. Capra. That name carried so much baggage for me. My first driving gig, my only income stream. Before they replaced me and every other driver with autocars, soulless capsules of glass and plastic, but hey, those things don't need health insurance. I tensed up just seeing their logo, which was all over the place. Nearly every passing car was one of theirs. Crawling our streets, covered in sensors, collecting data on everything and everyone. Just hearing Liam say the name had my heart pounding in my ears. Right, you're not a fan, we don't need to get into it. I felt like all the energy in the car had flipped. He was closed off suddenly, cold. This is exactly why everyone says that talking politics with the PAX is the quickest way to tank your star rating. My 4.9 driver rating definitely didn't want me to push him. Of course, you're right. I didn't mean to be so snarky. What had gotten into me? My hackles were up, and over what? A photographer who just wanted a picture of a famously impressive building? It was exactly what had happened with me and Savvy. I got all emotional over something that really wasn't a big deal, and I pushed her away. You're so volatile, Lina. Like I'm looking for reasons to be sad or worried. Like all my bad feelings just leap out of me and poison my life when actually everything was just fine. I couldn't let that happen again with us. Ugh, I'm sorry. I think I'm just stressed. Moving is the worst. It's all good. I just don't want to talk about it. I get there's a lot of baggage attached to LO. Trust me, I really do. But I'm not here to pick it up. This week, for once, I'm just a tourist. Totally get it. Look, if I wanted a silent ride with a brainless driver, I'd have called a Capra. You're much more fun. as the sun went down, I could make out the first lights of Elo appearing out of the desert, suddenly, like a mirage. We were almost there. The city lights spilled across my windshield as we crossed the Los Ojos city limits. He pulled out his camera and I heard the shutter clicking away behind me. I thought about Savvy. No more nights alone, no more longing for change. I was making the change and I was ready. Here I am, Savvy. It's real. I did it. I pulled up to Liam's destination, a modest hotel. Nice, but it had an art to it. Made sense. You know this is going to be great, right? You're doing something really big, and I think it's going to pay off. Thanks. And sorry again for being so testy before. I'm in a cab per town now, and that's that. It's nothing. I've gotten into my share of arguments with cab drivers before. You have? Yeah, with much worse opinions. And listen, I know you've already got a friend in town, but I'll be crisscrossing town in neocabs all week. Maybe we'll get paired up again? I'd like that. He shouldered his luggage and headed into his hotel, waving at me as he disappeared through the doors. I waved back. I guess I'd made it. Liam Baird gave us 5 stars. A serendipitous ride with a spirited driver. Welcome to Elo. And we get some coin. Our battery is down and we're in the Outer Lands. And we have a text. What's good, Lina? Guess where I am? You better be. I'm in Los Ojos. Meet you at your place? You mean our new place? Yep. Wait, actually. Come pick me up? Sending you a pin. Sure. Yes! Can't believe I get to see you so soon! My rave fave, my literal favorite human. Key smash. Can't wait, Savviest. How long had it been since I'd seen Savvy? 6 months? No? A year? It didn't seem possible. Some days it was easy to feel like she was still around because everywhere I went in Cactus Flats was soaked through with memories. Most days, that just made me miss her even more. Nobody gets me like she does, like really gets me. Being around her made me feel more like myself. Or maybe just made me like it more. I saw her up ahead and my stomach flipped. El Bunny! Okay, if you call me that again. Savviest! Okay, that's not much better, is it? I mean... Yeah, you sure you want to sit back there? Yep. I'm trying to get that authentic private driver experience, you know? Honestly, I just feel safer back here. You're the only reason I would get into one of these things. Oh my god, did you actually get prettier somehow? Damn, girl. Come on. Whatever you've been up to is working. God, seeing you again is like... It's like home, you know? Me too. Sorry, could we less talk, more room? Being this close to Capra HQ creeps me out. Yeah, I thought it was weird you wanted to meet here. Oh, I was downtown. It's a giant eyesore, you know. Seemed easy for you to find. Gee, thanks, Capra. Exactly. So... Don't have lights like this back in the flats, right? The way we'd left things echoed in my head. Heat rushed into my cheeks. Was I turning red? My chest tightened and fluttered like I couldn't get enough air. I'd called her selfish and cried until I couldn't breathe. Right before I begged her not to leave. Was that what she was thinking about too? I'm sorry about how we left things. I just wanted to say, ancient history, whatever, I'm totally over it. Well, what have you been up to? Tell me everything. Well, I kind of bounced around for a while. Remember that guy who said I could crash with him and his roommates? Definitely remember how he always called me Lisa. Turned out his roommates were more like his parents. They were super sweet and their place was nice as fuck, and oh my god, so clean. But then his mom gave us matching sweaters for Christmas. I swear, I felt myself shrivel into a little ghost right then and there over the eggnog. Yikes. Very. Compared to perfect family time, social activism is way more chill. Just some fogies too afraid of their own shadows to really affect change, but I can work with that. Speaking of, I can't believe we're back in your old steery. This thing knows all my secrets. And you know I love retro as much as the next girl, but... Would you mind parking it a little down the street from my place? People would get really weird if they thought I was pro-car. It's just a big issue in my work right now, you know? Oh, sure, okay. But, wait. Where are we going? What's your address? Oh, yeah, pull over. You live here? No, I just remembered. I got you a present. Yep, I'll pull over. Close your eyes and hold out your right hand. Are you gonna... No, unlike you, psychopath, I will not put a bug in it. It wasn't a bug, it was a caterpillar. And it was fuzzy. Oh, I remember. Come on, give me your hand. I forgot how tiny her hands were and how they were always so cold. How are your fingers freezing in the middle of the desert? Must be the ice that runs through my veins? Jace is always whining about it. Who's Jace? She slipped something metallic onto my arm. If you're not going to shut your eyes, then at least stop fidgeting. It tightened to a snug fit around my wrist. Whoa. What is it? It's a field grid. It's a 6th gen biofeedback device for your fields. The color and intensity show your mood, basically the way you feel in your body at that exact moment. You're yellow, which means you're feeling positive, probably because of my awesome gift. I've got the necklace edition, see? Feel good green. Now we can both have like total awareness of our emotional well-being. You know, to take care of each other and all that junk. Aw, Savviest, it's like the best friendship bracelet necklace ever. Exactly. So it's reading my brainwaves? Nah, it reads your blood. Did it have to be blood? Yes, because unlike people, that stuff never lies. Everything we feel is because our brain has triggered some chemical to flood our system, right? So this has a little sensor that reads all the molecules as they go surfing through your tubes. Ew. See? It just moved towards red, which means you just got a little freaked out. There are 4 basic colors. Red is angry, anxious, afraid, basically your high intensity negative emotions. Yellow is sunny and happy, green is chill, and blue is, well, feeling blue. I don't know, I thought it'd be really cool for you to see your colors. People can be so fake, you know? But everyone I know with a feel grid, it's like an emotional superpower. Keeping it real is like second nature now. Even without talking for months, she still knew me so well. She didn't even see how I'd gone off on Liam just now. I've been a little all over the place, honestly. I get it. This just lets you know what you're feeling is real, but that it's temporary. Plus, now you'll know when your packs are giving you too much shit. Too blue, and you probably need to take a break. Too red, then you gotta stand up for yourself, okay? Tell that to my star rating. That's exactly it. This thing tells people they're pissing you off so you don't have to. I know confrontation is more my thing, but as you can see, I'm surfing a chill green wave at the moment. Chill as a cucumber. Lina, you're still saying it wrong? What? What's it supposed to be? Cool as a cucumber. Oh my god, I missed you. Damn, I even tried to remember it. Like, cucumbers are served chilled. Well, I missed you too, lady. See? Now I know that I made you happy and not, like, pissed at me. It's broken. I'm totally pissed. Okay, but I'm being serious. It's not a big deal, but the way we fought when I left... I wasn't trying to hurt you. I know. I really don't want my feelings to upset anyone, but you do feel things a lot, actually, which is something I really love about you. Your heart is so amazing, and the way you feel things, it's kind of beautiful. But bottling all that up doesn't make it go away. And when it all comes out, it's kind of intense. Like that night. I felt a lump in my throat that made it hard to push back. So it's not, Savvy is giving us the lowdown on who we are, but we can't really bring ourselves to return the favor. You're right. I'm sorry. But I'm here and you're here and we're starting over. I didn't want to risk making her mad. The weight on my chest would pass. So we can't say that we're both gonna be better about saying how we feel because that is too pointed. And we're good, right? Hell yes. I felt a weight lift off my ribcage. We were in sync again. We could always talk about serious stuff later. Savvy and I had all the time in the world now. So, how do we get to your place? I am so ready to get out of this car. Oh shit, I'm really sorry, but can you take me somewhere else really quick first? Sure, where are we going? Well, I need you to drop me off, actually. It's this guy, and trust me, it's kind of a huge mess. You don't want to know. Is everything okay? Totally. Kind of. I don't know, honestly. I kind of fucked up at work, and I've just gotta fix it before shit comes down on my head. I wish we could just go straight to this awesome ramen shop you're gonna love instead of helping my dumb ass. It's a little embarrassing. Are you okay? Yeah, it's all gonna be fine. I just gotta do this one little thing before it blows up, and then I get to keep my job. Thank the gods. And we don't have to start looking for a cheaper place. Kidding. It didn't really sound like she was kidding. I never heard her take any job so seriously before, or even hint at money problems. Maybe we'd have more in common this time around, too. No worries. I got you. You're the best. I mean it. Well, right back at ya. He lives in this totally weird rich person dorm called Kinfolk. The place is crawling with techie scum. So what do you have to do? She rubbed her knees together. She always did that when she was feeling uncomfortable. I wonder if she knew that. He's a good client, and I ran my big mouth and pissed him off. So now I have to go ass kiss a little, give the baby his bottle. He's been dying to get into this club, and tonight I can actually make it happen. But you should totally come meet up with me and Jace later. You could just pick up another ride, right? Who knows, maybe it'll be some cutie who wants to show you around LO. Hang on. Seriously though, who is Jace? My guy. It's only been a minute, but we have this super intense connection, like sunshine, butterflies, all that shit. I bet you'll really like him. I can try and get you on the list. Let me just text Jace. kinda just want to hang out with you. You will, soon. So, how long have you been with him? Yes, cool, okay. He says he'll text you all the deets soon. Great. I'll just wait for the deets. I've just gotta do this thing, then you should head over. So when... Oh, this is it, kinfolk. I'll text you in like an hour tops, okay? Then come meet us. Sounds good. See you soon, Rumi. Welcome to Hello, and remember, pick up a cute PAX next. I watched her bounce up the illuminated steps and vanish into a soaring apartment tower, half spacecraft, half greenhouse, and covered in glowing triangles. What was this place? Capra cars buzzed around me like I was inside some kind of nest. A few of the people inside gave my car a definite look from behind their tinted windows, and they were right. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be with Savvy, and even for her, this was a little much. But it was just a detour, no big deal. I'd do one more ride to earn some coin, then we'd be back in sync. Things just had a way of being spontaneous with Savvy, and I was never as happy as I'd been when we were together. So this is your feel grid, your cyberpunk dystopian biofeedback device that displays your emotional state to everyone, like you're an open book. Intense, in a good way. Your feel grid also measures the intensity of your emotions in 3 levels, low, medium, and high. The more your feel grid lights up, the more intense your feelings. So this is your circumplex, fancy science term. This map represents the full spectrum of emotions, yes, even the icky ones. Yes, thank you. Each segment is a unique state, so even though you may feel like a jumble of emotions, your feel grid will let you know which one you are actually experiencing, even if it's a little unpleasant. Like how, anger is usually a secondary emotion born from, hurt, rejection, grief, sadness, all of that good stuff. Notice how you think and react when you're in each color. The idea of the feel grid is simply to illuminate the feelings in your body so you can tune into your emotional awareness. Yeah, or can just meditate a little bit. Stay centered. There's no such thing as a bad emotion, really. Just remember that the dark outer edges of the map are more intense feelings, while the lighter shades in the center are more mellow. Groovy. All emotions are valid, but the outer limits of the feel grid are meant to tell you something, like it's time to take a break, take a nap, or even just take a moment to center. Now, take a deep breath and good luck out there. Yeah, sure, I'm done with you. I love that down there it says, not FDA approved. No, of course it doesn't, because it's invasive AF. You're in the red. You may be feeling anger, fear, or disgust. How about all 3? In the red, your heart rate is elevated and you may have symptoms of tension such as headaches, jaw clenching, or stomach pains. You are likely to have difficulty focusing and experience forgetfulness and poor judgment. You know what's poor judgment? This thing. Try to take deep, slow breaths and avoid spiraling into negative thinking. There's this thing again, so you can click through at any time. So yeah, if you were wondering what that open slot was for, this is it. Oh wow. I hope that we get to find out more about Jace ASAP. But, you know, this stinking pile of goo there doesn't bode well, does it? Yeah. I wonder. You know, when Lina says things like, you know, she asked, all she ever had to do was ask. I wonder, how much queer longing I'm gonna have to process while I play this. So we're here. Let's zoom out of the map a little bit. There's lots of stuff to do in Olo. We should... Well, first we should get to a charging station because we can't currently reach any of the other stuff on this map. And then check out some potential packs. Coin only. No US dollars accepted. You know? You get paid in company script, and that is it. Definitely time for a recharge. Plus, the weird way the hum of the charging stations made my head feel stuffed with cotton, I kinda loved it. Even if it was probably killing brain cells. It would cost me 1.32 per bar. A little steep, but here it was. Well, if I saw correctly on the map, then other passengers are close to other charging stations, but they are kind of far away from me. So... Come on, let's get a full charge. I continued on my way. Allie Bream. Peace, love, and hello. Okay, so we have enough to get to her. Anthony Colton. Founder-in-Chief Cat Herder at Cure It All. Putting a gentler dent in the universe. Uh-huh. Gideon DeKalb. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Okay, I don't know why anyone would put that into their bio on what is essentially the Uber app, but okay. You know? Let's pick up Allie. I have a good feeling about them. Sorry, I'm running to meet you, but still 2 blocks away. Can you just stop at the next corner instead of the pickup zone? I'm out of breath. Great. Not doing what the packs wanted could hurt my star rating, but pulling over in an AV zone could risk a stop from the LOPD. Not to mention a ticket that would set me back some serious coin. I love these kinds of dilemmas. But I couldn't risk losing the star. I pulled right up to the pin and right inside a clearly marked copper loading zone. My headlights hit one of their cars and it froze in that weird too fast AV way, almost like you scared it. Almost like they weren't the thing to actually be afraid of. Hey, sorry, can we go? Of course. It's cool. I glanced at her suit for a second. What was she wearing? Half my packs have those holo-space displays, but the full body thing? Barely an hour here and already Savvy was flaking and my packs was covered in weird gadgets. Welcome to Los Ojos. What's good? Any plans tonight? Yeah, kinda. I just moved here. And it's been interesting. I took a deep breath. Come on, Savvy. I thought we were past this. Yeah, LO is usually pretty interesting, no matter what. Oh wait, I gotta top up. Mind if I plug in? The suit's running low. My car battery was terrible at holding a charge, but it looked like I could spare some at the moment. And I needed a good rating more than the charge. Sure, happy to help. Thanks. Gotta stop forgetting to charge at every stop. Capra makes you pay extra to use the port in their cars. Of course they do. Hey, we don't nickel and dime people here at NeoCab. Never let people say gig worker solidarity isn't a thing. Maybe this good deed will help me when I'm limping along to a charging station later. You don't have to worry about your rating with me. I used to be a Capra mate. Keep it above 4.8 stars or else. Sounds familiar. It's 4 for us. You ever work for Capra? I did. Never again. A lot of drivers went into Capra mates after the culling. Oh yeah, I was part of that. Capra just patched our cars over the air. I was right at the beginning of a shift. I booted up, but the wheel was locked. Then it drove me home. Seriously? I would have freaked. So wait, sorry, one sec. How long have you been driving for NeoCab? It's so annoying when packs try to pretend they didn't just zone out into their hollow space for a second. Almost 2 years. But I try not to think about it. Moving on though. What's your opinion of NeoCab, the company? Was I missing something about these questions? And how honest did she expect me to be? Pretty mixed, really. NeoCab corporate jerks us around sometimes. But Capra is pure evil, so... Oh, hey, did you see the sign we just drove past? That's like the best banh mi in town. The words went straight to my stomach. I hadn't stopped to eat all night. Ooh, do they have pork floss? Love me some swine twine. No, but they do this machine-spun soy protein fiber mesh. It's like umami cotton candy. So, hey. Would you say your opinions on Sophie's Law are mostly positive or negative? Yeah, please remind me and me who's playing it and everyone else what that is. Sorry, that's a dumb question. Why would a NeoCab driver be for something that bans all non-automated cars? Wait, what? So, a few weeks ago, this famous ballet dancer died in a car attack. People were just out having a good time and this guy drove straight into a crowd. Sophie and like 15 other people were killed. That's awful. Who was the driver? Nobody knows. They never released his name, or else. I don't know, some people think it was all planned to get this law to happen. Anyway, the vote is in a few days, so it'll all blow over soon. Blow over? If the law passed, it looked like I'd be out of a job. A Capra buzzed by me. Of course. Make human drivers illegal, and how else would people get around the city? So, I know it's dumb, but I just need a clear answer. Here, I'll repeat the question. Would you say your opinions on Sophie's Law are mostly positive or negative? Wait a sec. Was she reading these off some kind of script? What's up with all the questions? Oh, right, you're new in town. I do surveillance for Capra. Surveillance? Yeah, like surveillance is from above, surveillance is from below. Is that French? It's Capra speak to me, I don't really get it either. But yes, it is French. Every time I say it, it sounds like I'm getting called out for being short. I've got cameras and sensors all over the suit. I'm like a big sponge sucking in data from everything and sending it to Capra. So you've been recording our conversation all along? Yeah, sorry, I forget I'm even doing it. It's just always tracking. Ambient radiation, my own vitals, if there's an off-the-shelf sensor for it, I'm probably wearing it. So those questions are what Capra wants to know about us, huh? They let us chat a little bit, but yeah, it's the questionnaire. Like opposition research stuff. Gotta fill my quota. I'm really sorry, I just assume everyone I talk to knows. So I'd been talking to Capra this whole time. About me. About the job I scraped together when they fired me. I felt my shoulders tighten and dug my nails into the wheel. All the Capra snaking through the lanes suddenly came into focus like a swarm, like I was surrounded. I pictured them all going up in smoke. I gotta say... Oh no, that does not look good. She was staring right at my wrist. My feel grid was blazing red. Let me switch this damn thing off. Can you do that? I just did. I should have realized when you said it's your first night in LO. All this stuff is normal to me. We're so focused on our metrics. It's a terrible introduction, but welcome to Los Ojos. We got great food and the shitty panopticon. Won't you get in trouble for shutting it off? I might. But it's not worth making you miserable, you feel? She was quiet for the first time. I could feel her relaxing now that the suit had gone dark. Allie flashed a smile at me, and I could finally see her face. Anyways, I love your hair. I cut mine short like that once. I miss it. In this heat, I just want to shave it all off, but that's a whole look, you know? Am I babbling? It's been too long since I've talked to someone real. Ever since I took this job, it's like I'm just a passenger in this suit, you know what I mean? Capra does the talking and I'm along for the ride. I got that when I was driving for Capra too. I still have the keys somewhere. I might bury them in the desert. Definitely. I pulled up to a shopping center, skyscrapers on one side and the skeletons of their future neighbors on the other. Hey, Allie. Don't give up. You'll find something better. Yeah. Gotta stay on your hustle, right? Thanks for not kicking me out of your car. Never let him say gig worker solidarity isn't a thing, right? Damn right. I'll hit you up if I need a real human again. Good luck in Los Ojos. I watched the suit blink back to life as she vanished into a crowd of shoppers. Looked like Capra could find their way into my car no matter what. Even through a sweetheart like Allie. Allie Bream gave you 5 stars. Gig folk gotta stick together. I love Allie, she's wonderful. But holy fuck, that suit. And to live in a world where that just, becomes normal to you? Wow. Yeah, also in that conversation, like, did you see, like, sort of the tint of the conversation options? Like, whether something would kick you into, like, a different, into a different circle of hell on your feel good. I tried to stay cool. Just because, one, I kind of didn't want to scare her, and also just, she's someone you just met, and similarly as I think Lina doesn't want her passengers to constantly unload all of their shit on her, I also didn't want to unload all of my shit, on Allie. And yeah, that was just sheer luck that I decided to play it cool there. On another day, I might have gone off on her a little bit, but not today. My rating stayed perfect. We got cash. And we are now in Liberty Heights, and we have some good battery left. As I turned the corner, I slowed the car. A throng of people had gathered in the street. They surrounded an empty Capra car in a messy circle. They were yelling, barking things at each other and at the car. A few were taking swings at it with chains and socket wrenches. The hell? The autocar made dozens of tiny rapid-fire turns, trying to free itself from the circle. I thought of a moth trapped between window panes. Then another sound. Was that my back door? What the hell? I need to get out of here. I need you to go. I'll pay. What the... Listen, I'll explain where we need to go. You're a neocab, right? You drive people. We need to go. I can't be here. So here's the explanation. Your feel-good colors your feel-good state colors your choices, sometimes adding new options and sometimes disabling them. So what we had earlier when we were talking to Liam, we didn't have the feel-good yet, so we didn't have the tint. We just, figured out that, we couldn't use a conversation options, an option when we tried. So, if we want to get angry, we can do this, or, we can try something else. My pulse raced in my ears so loud I couldn't think straight. So, thinking straight and saying, hey, let's talk this through, okay? Not an option today. I gritted my teeth. I was way too angry, to just go along with it. Also not happening. Not happening. So, what the hell are you doing in my car? You want to ride? You go through NeoCab. You don't just open my door without asking. Look, I'm sorry, seriously, but that's my fucking bike under the wheels of that Capra, okay? I nearly died, and if we don't get out of here now, the cops will be here and my life will actually be over. I can explain everything, but first, you need to put some distance in between us and that mob. Again, I clenched my hands on the wheel. No way I was letting anything slide right now. So, nope, sympathizing. Letting him get away with it? Nope, not happening. You know what? No. If the cops are coming, that's your issue. And stop telling me what to do from the back seat of my own car. I let the silence and the tension fill the space. The packs looked so scared. The mob outside was getting worse, and did I really want to deal with LOPD right now? Hey, you've got panic eyes. I see you. Do you see me? I can usually get a read on a person the first time I see their face. Savvy called it my truth download, not like she ever listened when it was about someone she wanted to date. But I needed to be calm to hear that little voice inside my head, and this PAX had me riled up. I met their eyes in the rearview mirror. And it worked. It was as clear as if they were saying it out loud. I knew they were sorry, they were safe, and they were just trying to survive. Like me. You're the sort of person who feels things really intensely, right? Well, this is an intense situation. Please, take 1 second to see me asking you for help and drive. I held their gaze. I felt the fear evaporate. My pulse slowed. There we go. They trailed off as they watched my feel grid crash from angry red into a chill green. It seemed to calm them down too. You're wearing one of those feel things, and it looks like we're cool? Choose your words and packs carefully to shift your mood in a new direction and change your story. We're cool. That's good, because me and the LOPD are not. Floor it. I got us out of there in the nick of time, just as the squad cars rolled up and the bike punks scrambled into the night. What's your name? I'm Azul. Ow, why does adrenaline ever have to wear off? This shit hurts, dude. I'm Lina. Where are we going? Take me... Shit, I need to get to work. I work at this club in Luz Rouge. It's not too far. Shit. Ow. Are you okay? I'm bleeding. Oh no. Can I help? Can you give me stitches and antibiotics? No? Is it that bad? No, forget it. I'm just rattled. Thanks for asking. And don't worry, I won't mess up your car. That was thoughtful. NeoCab is supposed to cover cleaning costs for things like that. But once they do, there's always a mysterious operations surcharge that'll pop up in your paycheck a few days later. I got hit by a Capra. I was on my bike. It came out of nowhere. Sideswiped me, then it just kept driving. Right over my fucking bike. Did you get the plate number? Shit, no, I didn't. Don't bother going back though, forget it. And all those people just showed up? No, I called a radic swarm. What's a radic swarm? You know who Radix is, right? No clue. We're activists. We stand up against corporate entities like Capra. Radix is all about direct action to change the city for the people. Getting rid of cars, that's just the seed. What grows from that are safer streets, public transit that works, a big chunk bitten out of the luxury market. Most people just see us as punks on bikes, but most people are blind. So then what's a swarm? If you're a member of Radix and you're in trouble, like if you get hit by a fucking Capra, you send up a flare on the app to call a Radix swarm. It alerts the other members, shows them where you are, tells them you need help. Radix has an app? Oh, I can't ask that because all I could feel were good vibes. So that was help? Doesn't seem like it did much for you, if you're here with me. It got crazy. I don't know. I didn't expect that. Is it your first time calling a swarm? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. It's not supposed to be like that. What's it supposed to be like? I don't know. I thought they'd save me, but it was like they just showed up to fuck up the Capra car. Nobody tried to get my bike or whatever. One dude helped me up, but like the second I said I was okay, I didn't matter anymore. I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah. But I'll get you where you need to go. That makes it even worse. Things were good. I just wanted to go with the flow. So, can't ask on that. Why do you say that? Because it's still a fucking car. You're still putting people at risk every day. Plus, I shouldn't be riding around in a death machine in front of a bunch of Radix folks. Getting out of there was the right idea. Do you think they saw me get in? Oh, definitely. Seriously? Just kidding. You're good. It's not fucking funny. I could feel their fear still wound tight as a drum. What a fucking night. My leg's killing me, my bike's gone. They're probably gonna ask me to leave Radix. I doubt that. They need people like you. People who cruise around in fucking death machines. People who call cars fucking death machines. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Look, where I'm going, I don't want them to see me get out of your car. So, can you just drop me like corner of Guadalupe and Sanders? I'll walk the rest of the way. On that leg? It's just a scrape, I'm fine. You sure you don't want to see someone about it? Maybe there's a free clinic nearby? In this town? Yeah, sure. They lean to look out the window. Okay, here's good. Maybe just pull into the alley? The whole block looked pretty deserted, but I still slipped into the shadows. Whatever would put their mind at ease. You don't, like, record this, right? That's the NeoCab deal? Right. No camera, nothing on the app. You were never here, Azul. Okay. Well, how much do I owe you? Okay, I mean, we saw that for a ride that was, I think, shorter than this, we got like 5 coin from Ali, right? You know, I'd feel bad asking for money because ambulances are supposed to be free. And if they aren't, then you live in a capitalist hellscape. So, you know what? I'm just gonna... No charge. For real? You were in a tough situation. I would have wanted to get out of there too. Don't worry about the money. Just be safe. Damn. Thank you. Listen, you didn't have to help out like that. I really appreciate it. But, like, what you saw? No worries. I'll keep it quiet. Thanks. Shit, wait, I didn't get your name. Lina. Cool. Thanks, Lina. I'm Azul. I said that, right? You did, and you're welcome. Have a good night. Azul stepped out of the car, stumbling a bit like they couldn't put too much weight on their knee. Without so much as a look back, though, they shook it off and limped into the alley. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my fuel grid. Yellow-green. On most nights, I'd call it quits about now, or maybe push on for one last ride if I had it in me. But until I heard from Savvy, I had nowhere to go. When was she going to text me back? So while we did our third ride tonight, it is not the third ride that we need to do to really meet our quota. So what do you say? We do one more and then call it quits for this episode and maybe see whether we actually get a text. Also, we are not there where we should be in terms of money because, I didn't demand an arm and a leg from Azul on that bum knee. So where the heckins are we? By the outskirts, it looks like. And passengers are all the way over there. biodiesel available. Well, I don't say no to that. Charging up before I was running low? My dad would be so proud. The asking price was 1 coin, 10 cents a bar. About what I expect these days. Let's pay for 2 bars. I sank back into my car. There's Klaus again, who we ignored earlier. Student of the world, any opinions expressed on this feed are mine and mine alone. Okay, that's good for you. Luke Howard, ooh, he's got NeoCab Prime. Strategic Intelligence Analyst, hear there be opinions, engage at own risk. Okay. Let's see. Well, Klaus has got a little bit of a longer drive than Luke has, but I have also seen Luke in promotional material. So here's me thinking that Luke might be a little bit more interesting. Ah, there's Aganon again. Ugh. Nourish me all ye in pain, I gather my strength to rise once again. The Book of Metawopian. Aganon, methinks you're a pretentious jerk, so how about no? Luke was at New West Coast, a brutalist nightclub with 19th century saloon doors. According to the neon signage, inside you could get liquor. He staggered through the doors like he was looking for his horse. Well, he'd found me. The sour, sweet stink of booze flooded my car. Oh, good. I took a second to adjust to the new air. He didn't seem to be in a talkative mood. I figured we should just get moving. His head dipped out of my rear view for a second. Oh, hey. Hey. Did you know there's puke on the floor? You're messing with me, right? No, I'm serious. It's just right here on the floor. Puke. I swear to God, I just noticed it. It was there when I got in. The smell hit me. Was that absinthe and ribs? My eyes watered. I smashed the button to crack my window. What the hell? Dude, did you just throw up in my car? Sorry? No, I told you this was here when I got in. Your last passenger must have done that because I did not. Ellie? Would Ellie have done that? That's not possible. How can you be sure? I think I can tell when someone throws up in my car. But you're saying I did, and I didn't. So you obviously can't tell. My pulse throbbed in my temples. Was this guy getting to me? Or was it just that I hadn't been able to breathe since he got in? Look, just admit it, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal to me. To be falsely accused. I can smell it, and I definitely did not smell it until you got in the car. No, you didn't smell it until I said something. So even if I did do it, which I didn't, you obviously didn't smell it as soon as it was there. I saw your head go down when you got in. Shouldn't you have been keeping your eyes on the road? In fact, I remember you were watching the road. So I don't think you really know what you saw. Ever hear of a rearview mirror, bro? Ever hear of innocent until proven guilty, sis? What are you, 6 years old? Just own it. I'm an American citizen and I'm not going to own something I didn't do. You're drunk. Drunk people vomit. Am I drunk though? What proof do you have of that? You're slurring your words. I don't agree. I think I'm speaking very clearly. Anemone. Could a drunk person have said that? And besides, does every drunk person puke in your cab? I doubt it. Sorry, you're not convincing me. There are cameras in this car. Oh shit, Guts, you got me. Yeah, right. I know there aren't any cameras in neocabs. It's a selling point. You did it! I know you did it! Why are you so fixated on this? Hold on, maybe you did it! Are you kidding me? Is that what you're into? Puking in cars? Is that what turns you on? You're sick. Whatever, dude. I give up. At least it was almost 2 o'clock. I could call it a night after this. You win. I win? I win? My feet are in your passenger's vomit. Look, I'd rather not be that guy. But these are shoes. Cost me 70 coins, so I'm gonna file a complaint. I had nothing more to say to him. I was still trying to decide if it was worse to breathe through my mouth or my nose. We finally arrived at a stop. It felt coming to the finish line to a marathon. Hey, look at that! You're here! It's been real. No way was I letting him off for this. Okay, look, I tried to bite my tongue. I hope you feel better soon. Just so you know, I did not throw up in your car. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't tell you. Luke was finally gone. Well, not all of them. I had to do something about that mess in the back. I held my breath and dealt with it. I was loving life in Los Ojos. Absolutely thrilling. I snapped a photo first. Neocab's supposed to reimburse us if we have proof someone got sick, but there's no guarantee. For a second, I thought it'd be funny if I sent it to Savvy. Let's see or ignore that. But I didn't do it. Move out to the big city, Lina. We'll have a great time. You'll mop up puke with a rag. Oh good, I got an achievement called Puker Face. No. Oh good, and worst driver ever. Wow, driver picked me up with fresh vomit in the back seat. Unacceptable. Luke Howard, you are a shitbag. Wow. My rating just tanked. Deactivation risk. First warning. Neocab drivers should maintain a rating of 4 or higher to avoid deactivation. Cool. That coin that I earned was not worth anything. We are now in the Combine. New message from Savvy. So sorry. Lina, fast as you can. Yeah, you're scaring me. And my message could not be delivered. I'll make my way over now. Hang tight, okay? An LOPD speed trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough, so this was definitely it. The location of Savvy's SOS pin. It was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No text since so sorry either. I tried texting one more time. There was no answer. Had I just missed her? If I'd driven here faster, would she be getting into my car right now, laughing off a crazy night? It was so dark I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. This wasn't a good place for anyone to wait around at night, especially alone, especially someone like Savvy. Then I saw it. Face down on the curb, her phone. I grabbed it and a chill ran up my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the hollow screen, now totally dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on. There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. I sketched it in my journaling app and stashed her phone in my glove box. That explained the radio's silence. What had happened here? Someone must have grabbed it from her, someone who didn't want her texting me. Who would do that? If you know her at all, you know Savvy is not someone you should mess with. My field grid went hard red. That seemed about right. I wondered what Savvy's field grid looked like right now. What was she feeling? What was she thinking? All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. I remembered what Azul had told me about Radix. No cops. My body felt crazy, like I was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time I could barely keep a thought in my head. I had nowhere to go and no one to help talk things out. All I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was crash or to find a cheap motel or a spare room somewhere. Anywhere but a Capra capsule, if I could afford it. I closed out my neocab shift. At least I'd hit my quota before my world turned upside down. Okay, so that was our shift. Great rides with Liam and Ali, and Azul was, they were bleeding, but they were nice. And then Luke was just an absolute delight. So we're gonna have to work hard to get our rating back up. I regret picking up Luke at the same time. The joy of recording a Let's Play episode is that, if it goes badly, you just gotta roll with it. So, got some coin, spent some coin. At least we didn't end up with less than when we started. Okay, so that's at least a bed. That's a couch. So that's a capital capsule. That is where we do not want to go. So we cannot afford an actual hotel because feck no. Luisa's home. Shared homestay. My little corner of Los Ojos. I can offer you privacy, comfort, green tea, no judgment, and a world-class bed. My brother is a mattress designer? Dang. Or a cheap motel. Motel Azteca, queen bed, courtyard view. Vacancies now at the landmark Motel Azteca. Relaxed lodging with hot tub, parking, and continental breakfast. Well, not to knock Lisa and her green tea, but I don't think Lina wants to talk to anyone right now, or for Luisa to see her feel grid. So let's just crash somewhere that's a little more anonymous. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd get. Even though I was exhausted, my mind was racing with worries about Savvy. But when my head hit the pillow in the Azteca, I went somewhere else. I was back in Cactus Flats in a room where I'd used to live, floating above all these things I'd owned, all these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things, pine cones and seashells. I remember where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like light inside my whole body. I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore, and there wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door and it didn't open. I screamed and screamed and screamed until all the air was gone and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The ads advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the trays for decoration. I knew it had to have been a coincidence, of course it was. But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world, but then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones. It all just kind of killed my appetite. Back to work. Night 2. Frontera District. The memory of what had happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate texts, Savvy smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. Ugh, this wasn't working. What the hell was she? This wouldn't be the first time she'd ghosted, but this felt different, and I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savvy was headed to a nightclub, but its name? Total mystery. Oh, and she was in some kind of trouble at work? Whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about last night, scribbling in my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol on her phone before after all. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down in a neighborhood. As long as I met my neocap quota, I could stay in the search without losing my job and leaving LO as a total disaster. Right. So I think this is a good place to leave it. Playing the first about 1.5 hours of the game. I started a playthrough myself a while ago, just playing I think like the first maybe 45 minutes before thinking, hey, this would make a really, really cool Let's Play. So that is what I'm doing now. I didn't get this far the first time I played it because I wanted to, keep things fresh. I certainly hadn't met Luke before, or otherwise I might have steered clear of him, but then again, who knows what Klaus Berg would have done to us. So next time we're gonna start our second shift. We're gonna try and get up our driver rating again after Luke completely tanked it. I don't think there's a blacklist feature, but I would like to get rid of him forever, but fine. And yeah, this is gonna be it from me. Join me next time as we look into what happened to Savvy, how we're gonna get her back, and how we're gonna figure out the search while also meeting our quota and literally surviving. Well, folks, that was it today for our first episode of Grumble Plays. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like if you did, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, go do that now. Hit the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video goes up. I post gaming content almost every week. Coming up next on the channel, episode 2 of my Dishonored meta series, taking a good look at Dowd's role in Death of the Outsider. Stay tuned. You can find me on Twitter @_Anna Marabella. And if you'd like to support me and this channel, do check out my Patreon or Ko-fi to be found at patreon.com/Anna Marabella and kofi.com/Grumble. Patrons and members unlock new episodes early, and then there's meta, essays, and reviews that I post over the course of the month. Check out the tiers to see if something interests you. All tiers also gain access to my Discord server. You can also find the link in the description below to get temporary access and check it out. That's all from me this week. I hope you're all keeping well and have a lovely day. Bye!